Into the penultimate week of the Women's Six Nations. Round 3 saw some huge scores, including a massive super sub haul for those of you who backed Sarah Byrne. It's time to take a look at the lineups and see who to back in the fantasy game in round 4. Okay, before we look at my picks for round 4, let's take a very quick look at my team from round 3 to see how I got on. In the end, I did pretty well. I ended up on 558 points and now I sit at 592 globally. Looking at my team, Eddie Kildunn, captain, obviously 80 points after the captain bonus, did really well. I also have some great performances from Fran McGee, Abby Dow, Evie Gallagher, Aoife Wafer, Jordana Duca, Mane Falou. On my bench, I had Maddie Fairnarty as my super sub. Honestly, it was a 50-50 decision between her and Sarah Byrne. I ended up going Fairnarty. It didn't work out. That's just how it goes sometimes. Okay, now taking a quick look at the Fantasy Rugby Geek League. And on top of the league, we've got Mel. Congratulations, Mel, on 1,865 points. Right behind is T-Dog. Then we've got Rugby Ramblings, Cocaine Energy, Nevertheless He Assisted, Dan's Dark Horses, Kildunn's Huns, Paddles, Gunners, Lay Yovens and Cheeky Binders are both equal in 10th place. Loads to play for. It's super tight at the top. Good luck all in round 4. Moving into my suggested picks. Now I'm getting this out on Friday morning, so again a caveat, this is done before the Wales and Ireland teams are announced. Make sure you wait until all the lineups are announced and take a look at fantasyrugbygeek.com later today with my full round 4 picks. Okay, taking a quick look at this week's matches to see who we've got playing. Round 4 kicks off between Italy and France in Parma on Saturday. This is the battle of the dominant packs. Last year, Italy retained possession from 97.3% of their scrums, the highest rate of any team in a single edition of the championship this decade, while France's success rate of 96.8 was the second highest of any side over the same period. With a fantasy point available for all forwards on the pitch for each scrum won, this could be the game to really target the forwards. Second up on Saturday is England v Scotland at the home of the Leicester Tigers, Welford Road. Last year, England won this fixture 46-0, and again, they're the team to invest your stars in for round 4. And then wrapping things up for round 4 on the Sunday is Wales v Ireland at Rodney Parade in Newport. This fixture resulted in one of Ireland's most impressive performances of their 2024 campaign, as they defeated Wales 36-5. Wales will be looking to turn things around and secure their first victory of the 2025 Women's Six Nations. Okay, into the picks, and this week we get started with the hookers. First up, I've got Niamh Jones of Ireland. She's on 44 tackles for the tournament, the highest tackling hooker in the championship. She's overdue another try too. I'm expecting her to have a massive game against Wales. Then we got Manon Bijot. She was player of the match in round 3 with a 45-point haul that included a try, an offload and 7 tackles. Bijot is great value as well, worth looking at. Next up, the props, and some great options here, kicking off with none other than Sarah Byrne. She's the super sub legend. She's now moving into the starting 15. She's got the highest average points per game of any prop with 33.7. She's got more meters carried than any other prop with 156, more tries than any other prop with 3, and the equal highest number of breakdown steals for a prop with 2. In her position, she's an absolute cheat code and is a must pick. Then we've got Serafina Kemba as an out of position option. She's going to be on the field longer than most of the players playing as props, but she's also a big carrying and tackling danger. Then finally, Gwen Pearce. She's an ever consistent performer who will build up the tackles and breakdown steals, and she should go well at home to Ireland. She's also good for an occasional try too. Okay, into the second row. The first option that I'm looking at here is Georgia Evans of Wales. So if she starts, she'll likely be playing at number 8. She's been absolutely colossal with her tackling, with 55 tackles over the tournament. She's also carried well. She's not yet got onto the try sheet, but it's only a matter of time. Then I've got another top tackler in Jordana Duca. She's actually the highest tackler in the tournament with 63 tackles. That's an average of 21 points per game for tackles alone. It's easy points and she's a brilliant player. And then we've got Mane Falou, who's one of the most consistent players in the game with 35 points in round 1, 53 points in round 2, and 48 points in round 3. Tries, tackles, breakdown steals, and line-out steals, she does it all. Into the back row, loads of options here. I'm going to get started with Aoife Wafer of Ireland, consistently getting huge scores throughout the championship. She's the top carrying forward in the championship so far with 250 metres carried and 11 defenders beaten. She's playing Wales in round 4, a match that she fully announced herself on the international stage last year with a player of the match performance. Expect more dominant carrying from the Irish star. Then we've got Tiani Felu, another super consistent scorer. She's carried for 205 metres, she's beaten 10 defenders, 36 tackles, 3 breakdown steals and a try to her name. She's a very safe call in the back row. Evie Gallagher, huge performance in round 3 with a 73-point performance that included a try, 72 metres carried, 17 tackles and an incredible 4 breakdown steals. She's going to have a much tougher game against England, but she's still going to get through a huge volume of work. Then we've got Maddie Fairnati. She's the top overall fantasy scorer in the first 2 rounds, and she'll be itching to go after being sat on the bench in round 3. She's a brilliant carrier, brilliant tackler, and another real try threat for the Red Roses. And then finally, an honourable mention should go to Alex Callender, who's now back in the squad and may well be in action on Sunday. Last year, Callender made 74 tackles, the equal highest of the championship. She also made 70 carries, the most of any player in the championship. She had a try to her name, carried for 288 metres, beat 6 defenders and made 4 breakdown steals. Wales really need Alex Callender back, so let's see if she's in the starting lineup for Sunday. Scrum half-time, 2 options that I'm looking for here. First up, we've got France's Pauline Bourdon-Sansus, the highest average points per game of any scrum half. A real danger with the ball in hand as well, with 100 metres carried and 8 defenders beaten so far. As an alternative, we've got Kira Bevan of Wales, a carrying and try threat from 9, but also an excellent goal kicker, and she should see a few more kicking opportunities at home to Ireland. Fly halves, plenty of options here. The one that I've really got my eye on this week, as in previous weeks, is Morgane Bourgeois of France. Out of position, so starting at fullback, she's a truly outstanding goal kicker with 11 conversions and 5 penalty kicks to her name so far. She's also a danger in attack and will build some good metres carry points from 15. She's also brilliant value at 11.8 stars. As an alternative, Dana O'Brien of Ireland, her kicking has been going from strength to strength and she should get plenty of opportunities to kick a goal against Wales in round 4. Into the centres, the first option that I'm looking at here is Meg Jones of England. She's absolute dynamite. In just 2 matches, she's carried for 214 metres, beaten 9 defenders and scored 2 tries. Probably the most dangerous centre in the game and should go well again in round 4. Then we got Aoife Dalton of Ireland. She's still great value at 11.7 stars. She's been one of Ireland's top performers in 2025 with some great line breaking runs as well as a high volume of tackles. She's also got on the try sheet. She had a player of the match performance against Italy in round 2. She's a great value option that's going to allow you to spend big elsewhere. And then finally, Gabrielle Vernier of France. She's back in the starting 15 after her red card in round 1. Brilliant attacking talent, and after the disappointment of round 1, in which she still had time to get on the try sheet, she'll be looking to make up for lost time. And then we get to the big try scorers in the back 3. So first up, we've got Ellie Kildunn of England. Obviously, Kildunn has to be on the list. She's now the overall top try scorer in the game, as well as having the highest metres carried in the game. She's truly world class. Then we've got Abby Dow of England. She's looked dangerous with 2 tries in the tournament so far, as well as an assist. If she gets released in space, with her pace, she's simply unstoppable. As a third option, we've got Claudia MacDonald of England, another top class finisher for England. She scored on her only appearance in the tournament so far in round 1. She's capable of creating something from nothing and is a great differential option in the England back 3. And then finally, we've got Emily Boulard of France. She's France's top try scorer now on 3 tries. She secured another 2 tries in round 3 against Wales. She's a lethal finisher who should cause plenty of headaches for Italy in round 4. Captain picks time. There's obviously an obvious choice, but this could be the week to start going for a few differentials if you're looking up to make the space in your league. First up, I'll start with the obvious choice, Ellie Kildunn. Top captain option, once again, top try scorer, and even if she doesn't get on the try sheet, she'll still build big points through her metres carried and defenders beaten. Now, Kildunn will be the most popular captain pick as always, but if you're looking for an alternative, there are plenty of other options. We've got Abby Dow of England. She should get on the score sheet once again. Unreal pace and unstoppable if she gets put in space. Maddie Fairnati of England, she's a great all-rounder and a very reliable points option from the back row. And then Sarah Byrne in top form and will deliver points both in defence and attack. Super sub time, you know what I'm looking for here with regards to my super sub options. Getting started, I'm looking at Alex Matthews, England back rower. She impressed in her first start last week. She's capable of coming off the bench and making an immediate impact. Then we've got May Campbell of England. She's a threat in both defence and attack. Last year in the PWR, she led the league for tries with 17. She led the league for tackles, where she made 223 over the course of the season, and she also led the league in breakdown steals. Let's just hope she gets a good run off the bench. Cleena Maloney of Ireland, the hooker. She's not scored too much off the bench so far this year, but it's surely only a matter of time before she gets a big haul off the bench. And then finishing up with Francesca Scorbini of Italy. She's been one of Italy's stars of the tournament so far. She's going to bring a try threat as well as a high volume of carries and tackles. Into the value picks, so these are all players worth 12 stars or less who could score well considering their price. Getting started with Caris Cox of Wales. In the game as a centre, but she's been playing as a wing so far. She's been really racking up the meters. A try is coming for her surely. Vittoria Vecchini of Italy, she's a hooker, 12 stars. Really good value. She hasn't hit the highs that she hit last year, but again, that's surely only a matter of time. Karis Phillips, another 12-star hooker. She got on the try sheet earlier on in the season. She should go well against Ireland at home. Stacey Flood, probably playing at fullback. Great value at 11.8 stars. Brilliant meter maker. She's worth looking at. Manon Bijot, player of the match in the last round. Still available for only 11.8 stars. Brilliant value. And speaking of value, we got Morgane Bourgeois as well, 11.8 stars, out of position. Probably the strongest goal kicker in the entire championship. 11.8 stars really is an absolute steal. Aoife Dalton as well, we mentioned her earlier on, available for 11.7 stars, great value. Rosie Galligan back in the starting lineup, scored a try in round one, available for 11.7 stars. Veronica Madia of Italy in as a fly half, so she won't be kicking, but she's still an attacking threat, and 11.7 stars, worth considering. Joanna Grise of France, absolute dynamite. Her first start this season, 11.3 stars. She scored an absolute wonder try, I believe, against Wales last year, and she's a great alternative option in the French backline. Asia Kalfoui, prop, available for 11 stars, is a try threat, so could be worth considering if you need to make up some budget in your front row. And then Sarah Say, again, ruthless tackler, really great value at 11 stars. So as always, I hope this was helpful. More details can be found over at fancy-rugby-geek.com, where I'll be posting my round 4 picks later today. If you want to see my full team reveal, then please head on over to my membership site at buymeacoffee.com, where you'll also be able to share your team with me for direct feedback on any changes that I'd recommend. A quick shout out before I go, a quick mention of our friends at Blindside Box. If you fancy a bit of mystery rugby merch magic, or if you want to check out their brand new Rugby Vault for discounted kit and training gear, then head to blindsidebox.com. And make sure you use the code FANCYRugbyGeek for 10% off at checkout. This is an example of some of the kit I got last year. The link's in description. Go and take a look. That's it. So make sure you give me a follow on X, Blue Sky, Threads, TikTok, Insta for any breaking news. Make sure you get your teams in for Saturday, and good luck.